My name is Tabitha, and my project website is about life on land, and I specifically wanted to talk about animal trafficking and abuse. So what I did to try and help that is I wrote a letter to my congressman, which is John Yarmouth. So I addressed an envelope to him, and I just wrote him a letter about animals getting killed over in other countries and being brought back here to sell parts of them, like their fur or their ivory or things like that. So I wrote this letter to him to talk to Congress about banning the selling of any parts of exotic animals or being able to sell the animals or anything like that. And I signed it on the back. And I also talked to my friends about signing it with me, and if they thought that it was a good idea, if they thought it was feasible for Congress to do, all that kind of stuff, which is also on the test page. And they also thought it was a good idea, and they said they would sign it with me, so I just wanted to put that out there. The whole thing is on the develop page, like the whole letter, so you can always take that, and if you want to share it with your congressman or woman or write them a letter kind of like mine or something, you can always do that. So the next part of the video will be me going to mail this letter to him and just kind of talking about what happens to these animals. So now I'm just gonna put this in here so that it's all ready to mail. I already have the stamp on there, so now in a little bit we're gonna go mail this. All right, now we're gonna put this letter in here so he can get it and read it. So animal trafficking and abuse and the capture of these different animals that aren't meant for these things, they're not meant to be pets. They really need to be in the wild, and they don't deserve to get killed because they didn't do anything, and they can't create new life as fast as they're getting killed. So they are really just deteriorating, and a lot of them are becoming endangered or very, very, very close to extinct. I learned about it in my environmental science class that I also took this semester, that it is really crazy how much these animals are getting taken and sold for pets and used for their fur or their ivory or things like that, and how people really buy that stuff, and it's just really sad. At the end, I'm gonna include a couple pictures of them, but I also just wanted to let you know that if you want to send a letter to your congressperson, man or woman, it's really not that hard to look up. You just go and you type in whatever your state is, Congress people, and then you can go to another Google search, or I guess the same one, and look up, because all of them will come up for each like division. And so then you go to another Google site and you type in your address and what like district or however it works, type it in there, like what district is this address, and it'll tell you. And so then you'll be able to find out who your congress person is. But you can also just like send them to all of the Congress people in your state or in general. That would be a lot of stamps, but feel free to email it to them or whatever. So it's not super hard to find out, and I already have a pre-written letter for you. So I really encourage you to go and write a letter or copy my letter or an email or whatever, because we really need to ban the selling and trading and trafficking of these beautiful exotic animals.